Yo, what is good? We better see if I got good timing. Hold on, let me see real quick. Let me see if I'm good. Can you take me higher? That's that. That's that old creed, you know. That's it. Can you take me higher? Let's go, baby. We're back. The markets are back. We are so back. What do you say to that, Chris? Do you think that we're so back, or are we almost back?
Bro, it's all going to zero. Just sell everything.
Just kidding, boys. We back.
We
Just
back,
kidding,
baby.
bros. We back.
Hey, listen, interest rates cut, things are looking good, money's just flowing into the market. And long story short, I don't want to go on this crazy explanation of how bond yields and rates and all the stuff. You got the M1, the M2, the M3 money supply. It's all very confusing metrics. So I'm just going to break it down for you simply. When interest rates go down, more money in economy, more money in economy, more money in stock, crypto, gold. It's that simple. And that's why people are so excited right now. And dude, I'm not going to lie with that intro. Right when you turn that on, your voice glitched out and then you started singing it. So I was about to say we could have gotten copyrighted, but I think we're good because the music didn't play.
That's cool. Okay, good, good, good. As long as my terrible voice drowned it out, we're good to go, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, that
excited
was
about these
funny.
markets, bro.
Yeah, man. So, long story short, how you feeling right now? And what do you expect this fall/winter time?
I have no expectations of the profit of the work of others, but you know what? I do think that there's going to be some crazy stuff going on, and we're going to be right in the mix of it. I saw something cool today on Twitter. People are like, "Hey, look at gold! Look at gold! You think gold's telling what might be happening soon?" And I'm thinking that it might be, but that's not financial advice. Exciting times. Seeing Bitcoin ripping and roaring again. So I think we may close where we want to close according to last week's live stream. What do you think, man? How do you think we're going to close out, bro?
I think I'm just gonna take all my money and stake my hex. That is
Okay,
it.
okay. I know a guy in the Hex ecosystem who basically he created something to where time can pay you and you can stake it all.
Oh man, I love it, man. So I'm excited, dude. Everything's about to go risk on. Now that we have interest rates decreasing, a lot more guys are going to be coming into the market and be like, okay, if I lock up my money into these bonds, I get to earn yield off of that. They are not earning the same amount of yield. Now we got Coinbase, we got BlackRock, we got big players coming into this space. We're also seeing a lot of the mainstream media starting to cover crypto, which is good and it's bad. The reason why it's good is because there's going to be a lot of tension on crypto in this market. But also the reason why it's bad is because they always put these crazy headlines out saying that Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million. Like I've seen at least 6 headlines of people saying, well, mostly Michael Saylor, to be honest with you, of him saying that Bitcoin is going to be going to $300,000, $500,000. I even saw one that said 15 million. So, dude, the programming, it's crazy. You know how they call it television programming? You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
tell a vision, baby. Yes, absolutely.
Television program. There's
It's
a
a
reason.
program.
Yeah, there's a reason why they call it programming because they're programming you for something right now. So I'm just saying, you gotta look out, man. So hey, man, market's looking good. TitanX is blowing up, and we got more stuff to talk about. TitanX, we got stuff going on with Omi Kami, a project that we absolutely love. Got some token creation platforms that we need to mention, and then we'll wrap this thing up with technical analysis. Now, the one thing I want to say, there's 33 of you guys in here. Please do us a favor. Share this space out. Like it on X. Like it on YouTube. The more people we get into this live stream, the more alpha we give you guys. Less people in here, then we just go through really fast. Do you think that's fair, Trey?
Hey, absolutely. And you know what? Because there's 33, I want to give you an interesting Easter egg about the verse. Okay, you see the logo? Look at the logo like this. 3, 3. You don't see it. It's there. Look deep. There's also some more hidden messaging in that logo. So just thought I'd drop that super sweet Easter egg for all of you loyal, wonderful guys in here and gals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then something about the color scheme with black and orange. I'll let you guys
Something,
figure that out. Something
but
like that. Because
dude,
everybody's trying to get us to put a green circle, and I love the whole green circle movement. I'll put it on the private profile, but on the main profile, we add green. It messes up the stuff behind it. But I don't want to give away too many Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mysterious.
yeah. That's one was enough, bro. One was enough, bro.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's talk about all the good stuff. We got Inferno, we got Hydra, we got TitanX statistics. What do you want to talk about first, man? What are you feeling? Either
I
Inferno
want to talk
or
about
Hydra.
I want you to talk about Hydra, bro. I want to just come right out the gate, bro, with the three-headed dragon, dude, and go, baby. What do we got? What we got?
We got, you know what? I think you guys right, dude. We sold out a very long time ago, man. It just all makes sense. Dude, I know somebody's gonna clip that. So,
Please
one
don't.
one one of these days when like if we make it, we blow up, someone's gonna clip that and just be like, oh my god, this isn't back in the day. So
They admitted to it. Look at this. This is what they blew up, yo.
yes,
Oh,
sir.
smash that like button on the way in. Yeah, for real. Last stream was slacking. Come on, S-Ray. You
Trey.
know that you like that performance, S-Ray. And you know what? I like this one too, right here. When Trey gets the goggles on, he knows. I mean, inmates, you are not lying, bro. These are the goggles. These are my bubbles glasses. And yes, that's when you know I gotta pay attention to Chris's lessons because Dr. Chris, he gets in depth here sometimes, and I kind of see everything. I gotta see the MACD, all that. So thank you guys for coming in here. Great
Yeah.
work.
And then
Yes.
and then last person, shout out to Face Rowdy. He's a homie, great guy. You guys check him out. So let's just get right into the meat and the cheese. We got the loyals in here, so I'm only gonna give them the loyals info on Hydra. Because we're covering Hydra at an angle that I have not seen many other channels do. But also, I like it because when we put something out there, people build off on top of it. So it's like a very well educated community. Makes me really excited. So just getting into Hydra, what's going on? If you guys come over here to the buy and burn, as I've said, the vortex is the most important component of Hydra. And I'll draw this out in a second so you guys understand. But the main story behind the vortex, the reason why this thing is so important is because this is going to get released in 98 days, and then I believe it was 192 days thereon after that. And the reason why, well, wait, 196 days. I did my math.
196, yes. Times two, you're good.
Yeah, 196. So the reason why this is extremely important is when you get into Hydra, the one thing you're looking at is the projected value of this going on into the future. So when we look at TitanX and we look at DragonX, the theory behind this is, do you think TitanX or DragonX is going to be extremely more valuable going out there into the future? And so in my opinion, after 98 days, when TitanX is that deflationary mode, there's a good chance that this $1 million could be worth 10 million. It could be worth as high as 100 million. I think that's a little too overly ambitious. And then Dragon X, which we haven't seen a lot of buying of the Dragon X ship, but we'll go over that in a minute. But when we have Dragon X stored in this vault, the same rules are going to apply. There's a good chance that based off of the buy Dragon X vault right here, 20% of this was at 300,000. No, 600,000. I'm sorry. So the amount of Dragon X stored in this vortex, it's going to be right around 1 million to 1.2 million. And so that is probably going to be stored out way into the future. And that's going to get triggered in this period of time. So, in my opinion, that $1.2 million or $1 million worth of Dragon X could be potentially anywhere from, I would say, on the low end, 5 million. On the high end, we'll say 60 million, just so we're not moon boys. Trey Souls, any thoughts on this?
Just makes sense as to why TitanX was built at the time that it was built, and then this entire year gives people the ability to build on it. And so, betting on the fact that we think we're in the pretty much bare bottom of this market, dude, I don't know if there's a better play I think it's never been a better time to stack that Hydra Vortex and get that thing going because, like you said, that thing could be much greater than it is right now. So I don't know, man. I think we're definitely betting at the right time, which is it's interesting to me to learn that they were really building at the right time.
I agree, man. I absolutely agree. Now, the question you guys are probably asking yourself: why is there TitanX stocked up in this buy Dragon X with TitanX smart contract? And why aren't we seeing any of this going into burning the Hydra token? Now, I know Jake hasn't really mentioned too much about it, or I haven't seen any live streams about this. But in my opinion, what I think is probably happening, where's the Hydra? So in my opinion, what's happening with the Hydra right now? And let's see if we can just look at the holders, because this will probably tell us everything we know. All right, this isn't giving us percentages. So when this first launched, there was a bunch of sniper bots that came in, and that's part of the reason why you see this go up so fast. So you see how that thing went up like a good 4 to 5x right here.
Yes.
So in my opinion, what's probably happening right now is this is getting there's a delay in Dragon X being bought, because once that Dragon X is bought, it goes straight into the Hydra buy and burn, and that economic energy goes straight into the hands of like the sniper bots and the people that got like in very, very soon. So the theory that I think is happening is people coming out with the short-term miners are going to go in, take advantage of the situation, and then once we start to see this bottom out a little bit more, that's when we're going to get the buy Dragon X straight into the Hydra buy and burn, and then whatever goes into that Hydra buy and burn, about 18% gets stored into the vortex. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so on the buy Dragon X, is that something that just happens via smart contract every certain amount of days? Or is that something that is being monitored?
So it's all through smart contract. It's basically it's called a vault. So it's like a buy and burn vault activated through a smart contract. The thing with this is it can be controlled. The intervals and the amounts can be controlled, but the assets and the values inside of it cannot be removed. Does that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah.
So
That's my whole question.
if the only way it can be removed if it goes through and executes that buy and burn, and that's what we see with the TitanX buy and burn. And the reason why it's set up like that is because of MEV bots. So if you saw what happened to Inferno, the issue with Inferno was MEV bots were taking advantage of that buy and burn, and they were able to snipe a little bit of that buy and burn and making massive profit, and they were paying the Ethereum miners a massive amounts. The way you stop that is you decrease the intervals of the buy and burn, and you also decrease the amount, so it's less profitable. So if that were to occur, then that can be put in place so that it actually protects the entire protocol. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So this is a protection mechanism right here.
Yeah, so that's basically what's happening, and it's going to take a minute. We're just in the initial rollout phases. Once we get past the rollout phase, then we'll start to see, the full rollout of this protocol. And in my mind, when I'm looking at Hydra, I'm waiting for that day 98 Christmas period time to start, really getting into the protocol, because we did the miner on day 1, and then right after that miner, that's when we're going to start to see this really play out. And so the vortex kicks in on Christmas Day, and then right after Christmas Day, we're going to see something absolutely beautiful with Dragon X and Hydra. Cool. Any thoughts on that before we talk about
No, dude, that's
statistics?
great. That's a great summary. Great way to look at what's going on with the Hydra protocol.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the Hydra statistics. As of right now, we just got a big Hydra liquid supply. But the other thing I want to pay attention to is the Dragon X distribution. And so this is going to be really, really important to understanding what's going on with Hydra. So Hydra is going to do a couple things. Number one, it's going to burn the liquid Dragon X supply. I believe there's something like a 10 to 20% burn on Dragon X. On top of that, it's going to buy Dragon X and store it into the vortex. So a certain portion of the Hyper protocol is going to store this. And so with these two components, we're probably going to see a crunch on the liquid supply. And as the liquid supply decreases, what do you think is going to happen to price appreciation?
Ripper, baby.
Yes, sir. That's the theory. So, what Hydra is leveraging is Dragon X is a scarce and set asset. And using this protocol to burn and lock up Dragon X into the future, it's going to leverage the price appreciation behind Dragon X, but also it's going to incentivize more people to use the protocol, which does one of two things: burn TitanX and also store TitanX in the Dragon X vault. So you see how this keeps on going. There's a lot of game theory behind this, right?
Yeah, it's like just perpetual flywheels all over the place, dude. With that, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's why this whole protocol is really, really crazy. Now, as for a strategy standpoint, if you didn't get into Dragon X right at the bottom, or you just faded it and then you saw it blow up, Hyper is going to be a phenomenal way to increase your position on Dragon
I,
X. I mean Hydra. I'm sorry, I keep getting switched up.
you're good. You're good.
So Hydra is going to be a great way to increase your position on the Dragon X protocol through these recompounding of miners. If you guys see what's going on with Hyper, the reason why people use Hyper so much is because you're increasing the amount of TitanX you're getting in the short term while the TitanX miners aren't profitable. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. So Hyper is basically like you've been saying for a while, one of the best leverage plays on the TitanX ecosystem right now, especially with the price where it's at. So this does the exact same thing on the Dragon X protocol.
Yeah, and let me just break this down a little further because I don't. I've been trying to explain. I know you get it, but a lot of other people aren't really understanding what I mean by that. So let's say I come in here to hyper mining, right? And let's say I decide to do one miner, 88 days, 100 days, right? And our claim on this miner was 568 hyper. So that's going to give you about $1,461 at the end of this miner. And let's just assume the price stays constant. Well, what you can do is once you claim this miner, you can take half of that out, right? And so take half of it into TitanX and take the other half of it and put it straight back into this miner. And we'll say, say you want to take half of that and put it back in, which this one's right around 986. So half of it's about $700. You put it back in, and then you'll get a billion hyper. So the theory behind this is you're getting more hyper by using these miners, and because you're getting more hyper and it's a leverage play on top of TitanX, you're getting more TitanX in return. That's the theory, because every time you start a miner, you're getting 196.48% ROI. So for every dollar you put into this thing, you're basically going to quadruple your money. That's basically it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I don't.
I think that's a pretty no, yeah, that's pretty cut and dry. You were cutting out a little bit in the beginning, and so I don't know if everyone got every single thing that you were saying.
Okay, all
'Cause
right. Well, next time, go ahead.
You didn't glitch out for too long, so I think if maybe the guys in the comments can let us know. I think everybody heard, but yeah, that was a pretty simple explanation.
Okay, gotcha. So what's probably going to happen with Hyper is what we're going to see with Hydra. And I don't know if Hydra has a calculator yet. So Hydra is going to be another way to gain more Dragon X through the Hydra protocol. And there's going to come a time, and it's going to take a little minute to build out. You're probably going to have to wait till the anywhere from January to the February timeframe where these miners are producing a bunch, and you can use these miners to increase your Dragon X position. That's the theory. That's the game theory behind what's happening with Hydra. So overall, man, I think it's a phenomenal protocol, and the one project outside of Hyper that this entire ecosystem is going to really benefit, the number one's going to be Dragon X. So let's do you down for a quick TA look down at Dragon X?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. This is good stuff.
All right, cool. So Dragon X is looking good. We're trading sideways, so I guess I'll take Gugod's advice and delete these lines. I don't know if you remember that from last live stream.
He said, You better get rid of those lines or never touching that lane again. Okay, Goo God, we see you.
All right, you know what? Just for Goo God, I'm gonna put a price target down here. There you go, buddy. I'm just kidding. Nah, shout out to Goo God. I love him, dude. Great guy. Yeah. So Goo God was right. We gotta get rid of these lines. So as for price projection, the bearish case, you never know. We could come down and test the previous all-time high. Now we're starting to get into wave 3 of Dragon X. Now, just taking a look at where we're standing on this breakout, we can use this Fibonacci tool to take a quick look at future projections. Actually, before we look at this Fibonacci tool, I want to show you something very interesting that I came across with Dragon X. Check this out. So if I put this tool right here at the previous all-time low,
Yep.
one thing that hold on, let me catch this real quick. Actually, was it here? Man, I was just looking at this. All-time low. Okay. So the one thing that I noticed is when we had a breakout, we came up to the 1.618 and we started trading sideways from this next breakout. So in my opinion, when it comes to the next leg up for Dragon X, there is a huge respect towards the 1.618. Now, the other thing I want to look at is retracements from the all-time low. So based on the retracements, we came up, came down, we touched the 0.382, and we're just trading in between the 0.382 and the 0.236. So when it comes to using the Fibonacci retracement tool and getting into Elliott wave theory, I think we could definitely use some great projections. So when it comes to your first projection for Dragon X, we're probably going to be looking at somewhere close to 4 zeros and a 20. So that's our first projection we are going to be targeting. Now for the next one, the 0.2618, and then I'll probably say the next one for the next leg up, it's going to be the 3.618. Now in the short term, when that Hydra buy Dragon X pool starts to get turned on, I'm gonna get rid of this real quick. When that thing starts to get turned on, I guarantee we're probably going to come up to this 1.618 and test this out, because how much buy pressure was that again? Yeah, that's $6 million. $6 million of buy pressure going to Dragon X. So in my opinion, hitting the second target would be extremely conservative. And then we have the third target. Oh, well, we have 4 targets, but I'll just leave this right here. So we have the first. Actually, no, that's not a target. That's the all-time high. Well, we put in targets here, Trey. So the second target's going to be the conservative end, and then the third target's going to be the more progressive end. So in my opinion, when that thing starts to turn on, that's when we're going to start to hit somewhere in between this time frame. Not financial advice. Now, the other thing I also want to throw out here. Now, this is where it gets crazy. So think about this for a second. We get that stuff turning on with the Hydra launch, and then here's the other thing. We've got about 43 days until the day 369 payout. What happens on day 369?
A bunch of ETH is sent to buy and burn Dragon X from the vault.
Right. But here's the thing. It's going to be more ETH with Hydra, because Hydra sends TitanX to the vault. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So when we get to day 369, we're going to have, it could be anywhere, it could be close to $4 million worth of buy pressure on the Dragon X token. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Half of that. So it's going to be $2 million of buy and burn pressure on the Dragon X token. And then it's going to be $2 million going straight into TitanX and putting it back into the Dragon X vault. So in my opinion, if there's one project with a bunch of catalysts right now, it's Dragon X. But wait, I got a couple more things that we need to talk about. So
There's
we have
more.
wait, there's more. Day 369 comes in right here. And then we got the Hydra claim, December 15th, 2024. People come in, claim their Hydra, and then the Vortex release. Christmas time. When that vortex gets released, that's when we're going to start to see the Hydra protocol come in, and that's when we're going to start to see a lot of Dragon X get burned. So the question is, will we ever have a retracement? I'm not really sure. Anything is within the realm of possibility, but when it comes to the Dragon X, I'm gonna call this Dragon X roadmap. It's looking pretty good, man. Did you get all that?
Yeah, that is the Dragon X roadmap. That's pretty clear, pretty cut and dry. I like it, and it shows got a lot of catalysts. I didn't know day 369 was that close. Pretty amped up now, bro. This is good stuff, bro.
Yeah. And just to even like sweeten the deal a little bit, let's take a look at the TitanX future supply. So the next big day, we're gonna have about 1.67 trillion TitanX hit the market in 7 days. And then when we get to October 5th, that's going to be the last time we have over a trillion TitanX miners claimed. So that's the last time we're going to see a trillion TitanX hit the market on October 5th, 2024.
It
And
means
then
we
after
must
that,
be
what's up?
we must be going deflationary then.
Yes, that's the thing. Because by the time we hit that October, it's probably gonna be closer to like it's gonna be like November 1st, right when that gets enacted right here. We're gonna be only seeing about 348 billion TitanX hit the market. So the main point I'm trying to say is when day 369 comes in, when the Hydra protocol is full and working, and we have less TitanX being created by these miners, that's when we're going to start to see us get closer to deflationary. Now, I put out a tweet talking about TitanX miners. So we come over here to TitanX miners because, in my opinion, TitanX miners are going to be the best indicator of why we're going to be going deflationary. So if we come over here and we look at the profitability, we're down negative 41%. But when we start to see day 280 TitanX miners become profitable, I think we're going to be very close to hyper deflationary. You want to take a guess why?
Well, it just doesn't. It seems as if that chart that you showed on Dune just now, as if that goes down, the closer and closer we're going to be to turning these ROIs, to turning these miners profitable again. So I don't know why.
Okay, so here's the reason why I'm paying attention to this and then looking at the supply coming down. So, Dragon X is going to buy a lot of Titan X off the market. That's the key to understanding this. Dragon X is going to buy a lot of Titan X off the market. So it's going to reduce that circulating supply, right? Now, the reason why I'm paying attention to these miners is because where do all these ETH payouts go from the ETH used to create these miners? Because a sort like 20, I think it's 28% of the miner ETH used to create these miners go into staking payouts. Where does all that ETH go?
To the Dragon X vault.
Yes, it is going to be used to buy Titan X, stored into the Dragon X vault, and keep on going. So you remember in the beginning when people were creating miners and staking and taking ETH and all that stuff? Well, when the system starts to charge again, the only thing that's going to be different is these staking payouts right here. These staking payouts, the 8-day, the 28-day, the 369-day, the 90-day, 808-day is going to be used in the Dragon X and the Helios protocol to buy Titan X and store it into their vaults. So all the Ethereum economic energy that is being produced by these miners, almost more than 90% of it is going to be going straight back into Titan X. And that's why I think when we see these miners go profitable, that's when we're going to see hyper deflationary. And that's what I think a lot of people are missing. Does that make sense?
But yeah, and that's why I asked really basically about the control mechanisms earlier, because it seems as if you wait for all of these days where massive amounts of Titan X are coming out to end, and then you go full send on the system. If Eric saw what it did to reward the users and then just built Dragon X and built Hydra to be able to just pay back the system the same way their users got rewarded, that shows to me that I can look at the track record and know that Titan X had a success, and then know that that's going to be astronomical when it comes back around again and it rewards the system rather than majorly rewarding the user. And obviously, in turn, that rewards the users of this protocol a ton more. So pretty cool to see that this was all pretty much planned. I mean, it seems like none of this is going to go out of order. We've got to wait for these days to drop off and these specific event times, and we're going to see a lot of burning go on.
Yeah, exactly. So the main point I'm just trying to get across is, hyperdeflationary is a lot closer than you guys expect. And now that we have the staking payout and that economic energy coming back into the system and being used in TitanX altcoin projects, that's when we're going to start to see this thing go absolutely crazy. Less TitanX is being created, more Ethereum's going into the system. It costs more to create a miner. That is the big component of everything happening right now. And then also on the flip side, you have the stuff going on with Hyper. So yeah, man, there's a lot of components behind this, but the main point I'm trying to say is what Hyper is doing to strengthen the value of that DragonX vault is going to come back into the TitanX ecosystem and benefit it extremely well. So yeah, man, good
So
stuff.
that's addressing FUD, isn't it?
No, it's not addressing FUD. I think I put out a tweet talking about how the miners are the best indicator of something going to hyper deflationary. And I saw a few people say, well, if miners are created, then more TitanX is going to hit the market. Well, the main thing you got to understand is if you got less TitanX being created by miners and more Ethereum going into the system, there's a good chance that a lot of that TitanX is either going to be either buy side liquidity or it's going to be bought and burnt. So when you have more Ethereum going in and less TitanX being produced, that's where you get that hyper deflationary effect. And we haven't really seen it yet. And there's always going to be these indicators and there's always going to be things to look at. And what I'm looking at are the TitanX miners, because when that hyper deflationary phase hits, it's going to happen fast. A lot of people are not going to know what's going on. And by the time everybody wakes up and realizes TitanX is hyper deflationary, it's going to appreciate very quickly. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, keep your eyes on the miners, folks. This was a precursor that we gave you before, and it worked. And so basically, do the same thing again. Keep your eyes on the miners. Wait for them to become profitable, not
Yes,
financial life.
sir. Yes, sir. So good stuff. I think we cover Hydra really, really, really good. Now let's talk about my little friend, the Inferno of the Bull. So, in my opinion, I think Inferno of the Bull, #1 meme coin on TitanX. What do you think about that?
Oh, dang, Chris. Dang, Chris, you're inspiring some other dudes to go hard out here, bro. You're trying to get my endorsement too. I like Inferno. I like the burn mechanism, and I think I like that they put no BS in their meme coin banner. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say I think it might be my favorite out of the whole ecosystem, but I think that should inspire the rest of these cats to get out here and build some more awesome meme coins.
All right, so check this out on Inferno. 3 monthly green candles, right? We got 3 monthly, remember that, 3 monthly green candles on the weekly. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles on the weekly. No, let's do the 3-day. We got 1, 2, 3, red candle, 1, 2, green red candle, 1, 2, 3. Doji, past the doji, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 3-day. And then on the daily, this thing is curving up and looking absolutely beautiful. Name one other chart that has this component. Now, here's what I'm looking at Inferno. And the reason why I'm really talking about it right now, because we've got the Flux protocol launching in 3 days. And when Flux auctions start, a lot of Inferno is going to be burnt, and this is a capped asset. On the flip side, we also have the Inferno buy and burn right here, right? $1.2 million worth of TitanX. So we're talking about TitanX going down deflationary. We have the launch of the Flux protocol, which is going to burn Inferno forever. And we also know that DragonX is going to be buying a bunch of TitanX, and the Hydra protocol is going to start performing really well. So what's this a formula for, Trey Souls?
I lose the question. I got lost.
All right. So we have the Inferno buy and burn right here at 1.2 million. We got
Yes.
TitanX is about to go deflationary, right?
Yes.
Because of what's going on with Dragon X and Hydra, right?
Yes.
And then we got Flux launching that's going to be burning Hydra, right?
Yes.
So what's this a formula for when it comes to Inferno and the buy and burn?
Building on top of burning on top of burning.
Exactly.
I think I got the wrong.
The burns are going to increase over time, is what I'm saying. So,
Oh well, okay. I overcomplicated it. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, sometimes I am dumb, but that's what we need. You need a smart guy and a dumb guy, and we bring it all back together.
all
I'm
right,
good with it.
you get. So, the main point I'm trying to say is right now we have 42% of the Inferno bought and burn. We're starting to see the ecosystem really build out, and this buy and burn's coming in doing some damage. So when people sell into Inferno, that some of that position is getting bought and burned off the market. So in my opinion, what we're seeing Inferno is the pre-stages of the next leg up. When Flux comes in, we're going to have more come into that buy and burn. Flux is going to leverage Inferno, and based off of that, it's going to create these profitable auctions similar to what we see with Hyper and Hydra. And it's also going to push up this asset. That's the main thing I was just trying to get across. Now, looking at some TA, so we blew past this magnet. There's definitely a magnet right here. And the overall chart health is looking really, really good. Now, let's just take a look at a Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high.
Wow.
So we got some targets right here. I think I was messing with this a little bit earlier. I'll probably get rid of this target. But in my opinion, with the catalyst that we're seeing, I'm leaning more towards going towards the 3.618 in this aspect right here. So if we go up to the 3.618, that could be almost a 3x from here. So in my opinion, we could definitely see Inferno at 12 million. And if this thing starts gaining traction as the bull of TitanX, this thing could easily capture anywhere between 10 to 50% of the TitanX market cap. So overall, man, what I like about Inferno is we got one major catalyst, and then we got 8 other ones launching on top of Inferno. So we're going to have a lot of Inferno, and this sub ecosystem is going to be its own little variation of Dragon X, but it's going to be much more different than Memecoins. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're not even going to be able to sandwich all of those things in your little chart there. So you're going to have another TradingView account because there's going to be 8 more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be 8 more. And
golly.
the other thing I also want, so I put a little note on when the initial buy and burn runs out. So this is the one from the mint phase. Oh, what just happened? I just glitched out of the matrix. Okay, let's go back here. Let me pull this back up. Dang, dude, Dex Screener does not like me right now, bro. And I don't even know what coin this is.
That's okay. This is looks like Aurora.
I don't know that coin, so
Don't either.
don't even try it. All right, I have a feeling someone's like, "Oh my god, coins!" All right, so they're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna go in on it." All right, so we got that going on, and then I would probably also say the one thing you want to pay attention to, especially with the Inferno chart, it's gonna be right here when we have the day 369 payout. Even though this protocol isn't receiving anything from day 369, I personally think TitanX is going to start to come very close to hyperdeflationary if it has not already on this day right here. So day 369, and this is going to be a major catalyst in the Inferno ecosystem, especially once we start to see these protocols build out. Anything else on Inferno, man?
Dude, good stuff. I've never seen a better looking chart. That's sick. Good job, guys. Good job, Inferno team, Blaze Labs. Good job, guys.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'll probably want to say about this one, we do have the Elliott impulse wave, so we're getting through wave 1. we could say this is about. Ooh, actually, I think we're in the process of wave 3. Yeah. So right now with Inferno, we're going through wave 3. So in my opinion, one of these targets up here is going to be something to look for when it comes to wave 3. A little bit of a retracement, and then we go in and start touching into wave 5. So it's probably going to do some sort of functionality similar to this, in my opinion. And I'm going to curve this down a little bit and bring this out over here. So good stuff. So cool, man. All right, let's see if we got any questions or anything, because I know we always got something.
It's got a lot of commentary right now. Got a lot of people in here. Let's see what they got.
We got this one. Good stuff. Cool. And I see someone talking about Omikami. So cool. All right, man. Well, I think we covered TitanX enough. Is there anything else you want to cover before we keep it moving?
Keep it going, man. TitanX. We got it. Cover whatever. What is next? Are we going Memecoins next?
Yes, sir. We got to talk about the big news about Omikami.
Yeah, that's where I thought we might be headed.
All right. So here's the deal. If you guys go check out the Omikami account, this is really important, because if you guys have been looking at meme coins in the past, one thing you'll come across is everybody talks about Shiba Inu and Ryoshi. Now, what's interesting about Omikami is the rumor is Ryoshi is actually potentially behind Omikami. Now, if you come over here to the main account, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I don't know if it pops up, but there's actually a video. So right here, this is him. I believe this is him accessing the account that's connected to Shiba Inu, and you see that little address right here. So this is called the Shiba Inu deployer address. And if you come down here, I want to see if I can find the video. Oh yeah, here's another one. Flirting with what's going on with Ryoshi. And then I wonder if I can go all the way back. Let's see. I really want to show you this video, dude, but I just didn't pull it up because I wasn't thinking. Let's see if I got
man.
it.
You find that thing, man. No worries. But while the rest of you guys are in here, smash that like and subscribe button. Man, do y'all know we're like 120 subscribers away from 5K on YouTube? 120 away, and a lot of people watch us on X. So
Yeah.
it'd be really nice to hit that. We've been lingering under 5,000 for a long time. So please, if you can, go log into your grandmother's Google account and subscribe to the verse so she can get tons of alpha.
Yes, sir. Well, it's looking like I can't really find it, so I'm not gonna keep scrolling all the way through. But long story short, with what's going on with Omikami and this brand, is that they're actually coming out and they're teasing a grand reveal. And they're talking about the Matrix. They're getting people interested, and something big is supposed to happen in 3 days. What is the big mystery behind Omikami? And some people think Ryoshi might be revealing that he's behind this project protocol. He might be revealing his identity, or something else that's really big. What's your thoughts on the whole story with Omikami?
Oh man, I mean, I like this reference right here. What if you knew everything was about to change? I mean, this is the direct from the Matrix, bro. I think if they're talking about they're gonna make some changes, this has to be the grand reveal. And all the questions we've been asking throughout the bear market and this part of the bull market of who is the next Shiba Inu, we might get the answer. We might just get the answer real soon, man. That'd be pretty sweet. I know Omikami is pretty cute, so I don't know. I'm pretty glad.
Yeah. Well, here's what really sold me on Omikami, because there is a video, there is evidence to suggest that this is Ryoshi. And the one thing he talked about was when he deployed this project protocol, he had friends in the development on the team, and they basically started really manipulating with the project and messing with it. And he said, I'm going to step aside. And then that's when Omikami came out, and that's when we start to see a lot of this stuff come out. And then some people are claiming, let's see if I have the account. Was it Hide Yoshi right here? Now this is crazy. This what really blew my mind. So some people believe that this account called Hide Yoshi is Ryoshi's burner account. And I want you to show you the tweets. There's only like 3 or 4 tweets. So the first one was on April 3rd, 2007, being amazing. And then right here on September 18th, 2022, Hideyoshi said, "Let me reveal a little secret from the elites to all of you. Bitcoin will be worth 12 to 15K this year, 2022. Guess what the Bitcoin bottom was?
2022, baby.
No, guess what the price was?
Oh no, yeah, he called it. He definitely called
Yeah,
the price.
it was right around 14K on 2022 right here. And then this is the next one right here. If you only knew who is behind Omikami, you would have aped everything. Omikami token. I wish you a great journey with Omikami, my friend." How crazy is that? He calls the Bitcoin bottom, then he talks about Omikami, and then we're talking about the potential reveal of Ryoshi in 3 days. And this is all through this account. And the crazy part about this account, dude, the engagement on these tweets, you can't even see them, but this one right here has over 200 likes, and some people actually think this might be him. And you know how
Yo.
it says hide Yoshi, Ryoshi? Like, come
Oh
on, man.
yeah. It's right there in plain daylight. I mean, hey, 369, hide Yoshi. Somebody give me a sign. There's numbers and letters everywhere, folks. This is how we do this. This is how
Yeah,
we do this. We look at the numbers and we look at the signs given, and then we make a play, speculate on it. Sometimes we're off, but that's not too often.
yeah. And you know, it's crazy is because this is 369. It's a hidden 33. Member of the elites, an old friend of Vitalik Buterin, former SHIB lead developer. So when it comes to speculation, man, this is the speculation play of this. Well, not the century, but the speculation play of the month, like right here. What's going to happen with Omikami? So let's check out the chart real quick, and then I want to see one other thing, see if it pops up. Nah, actually, I will just go to the chart. I need to find that video, man, but we'll save it for another day. So check this out. We got in it was right around 15 million. I told Goo Guy about it. Goo Guy's like, "Bro, I'm getting in right now." I was like, "Dang, all right, I'll get in at 15 mil with you." So our entry was right about here, was about right around 15 million. So when that video came out that I keep talking about, this thing ripped up. I believe it was like almost 100x, or actually a 200x. Oh, sorry, it's a 50x. All right, so it was actually a 50x from when that video came out, and it just started absolutely going viral. Came back down, retrace. We gave you the box of opportunity. Remember doing that live stream?
Oh yes.
We gave you a box of opportunity for almost. Yeah. We were literally talking about this when the Japanese yen carry trade happened. So you guys had almost a month to get in before it ripped all the way up. So came in, blew past the box opportunity, came up, and dude, this thing just formed a beautiful cup and a handle right here. Let's take a look. Let's see if we hit our target on the cup and handle. Came up. Yeah, we hit the target on the cup and handle right here. So we might see a little bit of a retracement coming down. I could definitely see some short time volatility before that day. And then when we get to, what was it, September 21st, which is so happens to be Omikami's birthday, right here.
2 days.
2 days, right here. Grand reveal. I'm gonna call it the grand reveal. I don't know if he's actually going to be revealing his name, but we'll see. Grand reveal. Right here. Boom. It's going to be on this day, and then we'll just see what happens. And in my opinion, if he actually comes out and reveals that he's buying Ryoshi, or the Ryoshi account likes the Omikami account, because if you just take a look at Ryoshi right here, Ryoshi Research has 0 followers right here. It has no tweets. All of it was deleted after the whole debacle. then in my opinion, this thing could potentially skyrocket right after that. But I don't want to be too much a moonball. Any thoughts on this, man?
Shoot, I think if it happens like you're saying it's going to, we might see some type of action like we saw with when Crash jumped into Crash, and who knows, man? It may be something way more astronomical. I don't know how much bigger of an influence this guy has, but it's obvious that he's been around for a really long time. He's been lurking in the shadows, is what some people were saying. They said, this is what S-Ray says, Hideyoshi was lurking in Telegram before he deleted his account. So I
Yes,
definitely
sir.
think this guy, if he comes back he's going to come back with a full send. And this seems to be like we're hot on the trail.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so here's some things I'm seeing with this chart right now. So we had a little bit of a retracement from the all-time high right here. Yeah, so check this out. You see that 0.88 fib? I love this fib. Shout out to Bill the Bull. I don't know if he's in here. But you see this little pink line right here?
Mhm.
Came down, touched it, went under it, came up, trading sideways, came up. Oh, actually, wait. I need to go all the way down before the breakout. That's why. There it is. Okay, look at this. Look at this. So we came all the way down, touched the 0.88 right here, came up, straight sideways, went to test that all-time low, which so happens to be right next to our magnet right here, came up, and then now we passed the 0.5 and we're going to come up and potentially hit the 0.382. So in my opinion, this chart has bottomed out. It looks extremely bullish and it looks ready to go, my man. I don't know what else to say. Like this story, this chart, everything just falls in line. This is like Neo in the Matrix. He's like manipulating everything. It just makes so much sense. So
And you guys missed the box of opportunity on this here matrix manipulation. But this just goes to show how you can watch us out in the future and watch some things that we're saying on today's live stream, like checking on the profitability of the Hydra miners. Let's go. Checking the TitanX miners, the hyper miners, all that beautiful stuff. So yeah, good stuff, bro. I'm really, really digging it. Oh, S-Ray says, never too late. You're right. What is millions when we're going to billions?
yeah. And the other thing I also want to say on the bear case, if it comes out on the 21st of September and there's no like news event or anything big that happens, this thing could very well dump. I'm just want to throw that out there. So if they just do this entire hype up and nothing happens, then in my opinion, it's gonna dump. So but here's the thing, we're degens, so we're not that smart. So we always speculate, and this is like when we see this is like our candy. This is like this is like nicotine that we're addicted to. So of course we're going to speculate. You see what I'm saying? So
Exactly, man. I mean, it's juicy story. That's what we need. We need a storyline. We need some catalyst. We need some buy and burns. We need some utility. And sometimes we just need a stupid, ugly pig meme coin launching on Tron.
there you go. Fofar. Shout to Fofar. So good stuff, man. All right. We got 123 of you guys in this chat. We're going to go through Bitcoin analysis. We might talk about a few altcoins. Actually, we already talked about 2 today, so we might talk about a little bit more. If you want us to give you guys more TA, more alpha, share this out. Let's get more people in the space so we can continue to connect with other people. Let's get it, guys. All right. Bitcoin. My favorite time is always talking about the price of Bitcoin. So we're trading inside this flag. Right here on the daily, what do you see?
I see the 3 white soldiers, brother, that we were just talking about a few days ago, hoping we would come back from a bullish engulfing. So we got a bullish engulfing candle there that started the 3 white soldiers, and that's when we were waiting. Was Monday, trying to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. And hey, keep talking real quick. I need to pull up one of my candle charts real quick because I see something else. I just can't remember.
So basically, if you were paying attention last live stream, this was the pattern that we were talking about needing in order to finish this month bullish and try to get up and out of this bear flag. So I'm hyped to see that it's going up because I don't look at the chart every day like you do, contrary to what people might think. I don't look at these charts every single day. Just get a
Yeah.
bag, don't marry it, and move on. But
Yes.
yeah, excited to see it.
Oh, sorry, my screen's all messed up. So I want to show you something interesting that I just noticed, and this is going to be really, really bullish. So this is actually a new candle chart pattern, and I'm gonna try to put over. So can you see this PDF that I put up?
Yep.
So if you come right here, pay attention to right here. This is called the rising three method right here. So you guys see how there's a green candle, three down, and then one big green candle coming up. I'm seeing this right now on the daily right here. Right here. Up,
Yep.
coming back down, and then booming right back up. It's called the rising three method. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulders. So we got a shoulder right here. And then we got, man, come on. Man. Sometimes it's so hard just to make some beautiful charts. So we got inverse head and shoulders, and then we have the rising three method, and then boom, broke out. So what this is telling me right now, and you got to be more conservative on these targets. Coming up here, we have a target right here. And so we just hit our target and we're blowing past the 62K. So overall, in my opinion, on the daily, if we close up and we stay up here in the 62K, and then probably later on this week, Sunday, if we come up and touch about 65, 66K, this is going to be the make it or break it point. And when I say make it or break it, this could be potentially us breaking outside the flag. If we break outside this flag, dude, there's a good chance our next target is going to be 80K, in my opinion. Where did I get 80K from? So if we come back here, this showed us a cup and handle, inverse head and shoulders. Now I'm seeing an Adam, an Eve. So, in my opinion, when we break up, we had this target for a very long time. We've just been testing out, and we come up here. We retraced it. It's about 84K, so 80 to 84K, in my opinion. So, main thing I'm trying to say is, last time we talked to you guys, we said if we hit 62K, it might be go time, and we might come up and test that flag. So we did break out. We're not on the bearish stance, and it's actually looking pretty good. Does that all make sense? Because I know I'm just rambling
No,
on.
it,
Did you
it
catch
makes
all that?
100%. It makes 100% sense, and I just want to stay right there real quick. And then, if you look back to the last time this thing broke out of the flag, what happened? It shot straight down. So just so you guys know, it made that big M for Market McDonald's Maker for where you're going to get an application after this stream, because it very well might break down again. So just be careful for all the market making McDonald's manipulation in this market.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, we had like a little flag right here, and then boom, came up. So I want to test something out here. So from this breakout on this flag, yeah, actually it's kind of accurate. We kind of blew past it a little bit, so it's not a good target. I mean, you could do a target on a flag right here. Yeah, so it's getting
Puts
about
you
the
right there
same.
almost.
Yeah, it's getting you to the same target that we see right here, about 84K. So, yeah, I mean, you can do a flag target if we decide to do like a breakout. So it's gonna be somewhere on the 80K to the 88K, and then I could definitely see a little bit of breakdown, test the previous all-time high, and then come back up. So right now on the daily, it's looking really bullish. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly, trading sideways, bullish engulfing candle from that last weekly close. Then we're getting another beautiful candle. So yeah, if on the weekly, if we get past that 65K, we're testing the top of this flag. So the real question is, if we get close to about 65, 66K, do we break out, or do we break back down and we come back to the lower end of this pool, come back up, touch it again, and then start full sending in October? So, there's definitely a bunch of scenarios, but in my opinion, there is a good chance that we need to test the higher end of this pool first. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like that's what I was saying. Going back to that M, that just right before the candle that we're looking at right now, it just shot right back down. So I think I like what S-Ray is saying Bitcoin's teasing us for the real pump. That's what it feels like. So
Yeah. So now coming over here, flag is coming across. We're getting close to the monthly close. What are we sitting at? 19. So we got about a week until the monthly close. So this is going to be extremely important because if we get another green candle up here, there's a good chance that when we phase into that October time frame, it actually might be go time. So, dude, all the measures right now, they're actually looking pretty right, and it's actually looking really, really good. Now, the other thing I will say on the daily that we need to be careful about, you see this previous all-time high right here, this line coming across and shooting through right close to that 60-62 mark. The reason why I'm putting that out there is there's a lot of resistance behind that. That's where a lot of people bought the top of Bitcoin from the previous market. And so when they see that they're getting their money back, they're actually dipping out. So when we get up to that 65K, I want to see us blow past this level because that means we get past that resistance. And then that's when we're going to start preparing for the next leg up. That's the other big thing. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does.
All right.
Very
You
easy.
ready? You ready for the big news?
Oh shoot, son.
We have a
Oh shoot, son.
we have officially touched the 100 monthly moving exponential moving average. What and you know what that means?
It means that hypothetically, it means altcoin season is going to start real soon.
It's our indicator for the
I've
altcoin season. So,
been waiting for this day, bro.
if you guys been looking at this, you can already see it slowly start breaking down. What I think is probably going to happen, altcoins are going to break down right here. Bitcoin Dom is going to break back down to this rising wedge, come back up, retest in October, and then boom, down,
Boom.
down. So, in my opinion, because I'm seeing this right here, there's a good chance that altcoins have bottomed out just based off of this indicator because sooner or later this thing has to break down. A lot of people are speculating at 60%. I think this EMA is going to be the number one indicator when it comes to determining when we see this breakdown, just based off of what we saw in the previous market with, I believe it was the 300 EMA, just based off of this indicator. So you see massive wick and then broke down. So it's going to take us a minute, especially on this monthly close. It's going to be extremely important to see how this plays out. I don't know where the chart went. And based off of that, yeah, man, I think we're at go time. Any reaction to this?
Yeah, it seems mad bullish, like as if this thing starts dropping in October, by December, it's gonna be full blown altcoin season. And I did feel this today when I woke up, not necessarily feel, but just by looking at the charts, looking at my watch list, yeah, we're getting ready to come back. And I definitely think we're gonna be seeing memes fly again, stuff that you were sleeping on or maybe got out of in these last 2 months. So yeah, bro, pretty cool seeing some stuff come back to life this morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, can I change the color of this line? I don't know. I just don't like pink. Visibility. Let's try orange. Let's do orange, and then let's do candles. Boom. Thank you. All right, that looks a lot better. All right, so here's dominance, and then here's the price of Bitcoin. So what are we seeing right here? I wonder if this is going to let me draw it across because we can kind of get a gauge a good indicator of when this starts going. All right, so coming down here. Okay, I don't think it's going to let me come all the way down,
But you could draw
but
one to the end and then start another one.
yeah. So yeah, let's just do this. I know it looks kind of ghetto, but it is what it is. So basically, we come down here And then this was for before our initial pump coming up. So what does this tell me with the Bitcoin dominance coming into this range?
To
What this
me,
is
it's oh, sorry, go ahead. I thought you were asking.
so so basically what this tells me is we are getting very close to the top of the market. If you see this initial run up right before we went parabolic up, that's when we start to see this breakdown coming down. What did you want to say?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay. So basically, with that, we're starting to see this parabolic come down, and then we're starting to see this slowly creep up. Now, taking this scenario, this is where we can apply it over here. I'm curious to see from when the price of Bitcoin rose, it did about a 1.5x. So based off of this time frame, what's the price of Bitcoin right now? Was it like 62K? So that's actually looking at about 130K, 150K for the top of the market based off of the historic trend. It could go a little bit less than that. It could go a little bit more. So the point I'm trying to say is, and this happened right around December time, this is where we're at right now. We're at the beginning of this breakdown. And that's what I'm seeing right here with Bitcoin dominance. Right here. Come on. Where we had this touch right there. And then we had this touch coming down right about here. So with these lines coming down and coming across the board, in my opinion, what's probably going to happen is we're going to break out the flag very soon. This is going to go up. And as this continues to go up, we're probably going to see Bitcoin dominance trade sideways, and then slowly start breaking down like this. And then it's going to find a bottom and then come way back up in 2026. That's where we're at right now. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, bro, I love this. We're pretty much on the verge. We're right before the pop.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are the statistics I'm looking at. Now, I'm curious to see if I can add a third chart. I don't know. I don't know if TradingView is going to let me do it, but we'll just give it a try and just see what's up. Let's do tether dominance. Actually, USDT. Dude, if this works, oh, let's freaking go, dude. Okay. All right.
Nice. Oh, you can just keep drawing down. Nice.
All right. So this is the other thing I'll look at. So the tether dominance that I'm looking at right now, this is the stable coins. We were looking at when stable coins are going to slowly start to get deployed. All right. Can I please just do another? Let's do another line. So this one, let's do candles. And then I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay. So what did we see with tether dominance right when this happened? So right when we started to see Bitcoin dominance broke down, the price of Bitcoin started going up, and as the price of Bitcoin started going up, we saw tether dominance break down and then bottom out. So, and then on the flip side, as the price of Bitcoin went up and then started coming down, that's when we saw tether dominance go up. So people were converting to stable coins. You see that little bump right here?
Yes,
Can you see this
sir.
color, or do you want me to
No, no,
change the color?
no, it's pretty vague. You can't see the. I mean, you can't really see it.
Okay. Let's make sure. I want to make sure everybody can see this. So let's do like a bright green and then a bright red. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe
Maybe
just
white.
doing huh?
Maybe white.
And black.
No, white and something else.
All right.
I don't know.
How about we do this? I got a better idea. Let's just do line. Does that work?
There,
Can you see that?
yeah, that's way more visible.
All right. Then for this one, because this is really important. So let's just do orange. Do these lines work? Just can you see this?
Yes, yes, that's
All
good.
right. Be honest with me if you can't see it. So the top comes in, boom, breakdown, boom. So right when we see this breakdown, this was altcoin season. This was where the rotation happened. Right when the top came in, tether dominance broke down. You see that breakdown right here? Right here?
Yep.
Came back up because people were going into stable coins, then boom, Bitcoin hit a double top, tether dominance broke down, and then as the price of Bitcoin went down, tether dominance went up, and then bottomed out here, and then started trading sideways, and then broke down again. And since it broke down and we started flagging out, this started coming up as well. So what do we expect in the foreseeable future based off of what happened in the past year and what we probably saw a time and again? There's a good chance that right when tether dominance breaks down from here and goes down this way, that's going to be another indicator that we're going to get an altcoin season, and that's when the top is going to be in very, very close. So the one thing I'm paying attention to is that breakdown, waiting for that breakdown to bottom out. And when that breakdown starts to bottom out, people are going to be starting to take profit, and then this is going to be your warning right here to get out in this zone right here. You see what I'm saying? You see how it goes
Oh, yeah.
up? So paying attention to tether dominance, which is one of the number one stable coins, that's how you're going to get a great indicator. So right now we're on the verge of altcoin season, but what I want to see is all this capital in tether to start to break down. So based off of the 100 monthly moving average that we saw right here, all the indicators are telling me that we are getting very, very close. Does that make sense?
That's all the indicators, bro. That's everything you need right there for the market. When to get in, when to get out, right there for you guys. We've been breaking this down for some months now, and let me tell you, the moving average has finally been hit by the green candles. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna get out of some of these, and let's go over here to USD dominance and just take a look at this. Holy wow. Okay, all right. Yeah, we gotta look at this, dude. Look at this. We're coming to the bottom of this flag. And we're
Yep.
testing out. So boom,
Start to
came
break
back
down.
down, came down, spinning doji, bearish engulfing candle, another red candle. Now, what I want to see by the end of this week is if we come here, and I would probably say we'll have to touch about 5.39%. So that's going to be about a 3% drop. And we test right here. I do think we might have a breakdown because we came up, tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, breakdown, come back and retest, breakdown, top is coming in. That's how this is going to play out. Pretty crazy, right?
Do you think there's going to be anything that's going to happen in this market that's going to blow your mind that you should say, I did not see this coming out of left field? What do you think?
Um, it's probably going to be a meme coin. It's probably going to be some crazy meme coin that you're like, dang, I wish I thought of that. That will probably blow my mind. And then the other thing is any crazy events. I don't want to say any events to get a shadow ban, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely, yeah. I just
Yeah.
I'm curious if we'll see any breakaway from historical trends or if the suppression from the market maker of last cycle, we really see, that lifted this cycle and maybe see us go to these crazy predictions like some of these moon guys like Michael Saylor are saying. I mean, I don't know, man. I think sky's the limit at this point, and we're gonna see new stuff all the time. We're seeing the infernos be built, so I don't know, man. I'm excited for something in this market to really take us by surprise because, yeah, pretty much predicted a lot of stuff. So I'm just I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I think we've seen it all, but every time I say that, we always see some crazy stuff, especially being on Pulse Chain for so long. There's always something crazy popping up on Pulse Chain, and I don't know why it's always like that over there. But overall, man, I think just based off of what we're seeing with the market, things are looking good. We're about to go through altcoin season, and like I said, we do this live stream, we have fun. It's just me and my best friend talking about crypto, but ultimately, once we start getting more into this market, we're going to be really, really looking in the trenches. We're going to be really focusing on Twitter, and we don't know how long we're going to be doing this live stream for. So you guys take advantage of this knowledge, because the stuff we talk to you guys about, you can pass it on. You can learn. You can use this stuff and build off of it. It'll be great to see when you guys build off of what we work on and what we research, and take it to a whole new level. Because to be honest with you guys, we're not going to be around forever. So yeah, man. So yeah.
I
And
couldn't put it better myself.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then yeah, man, I think we cover, actually, let's do one more chart. We'll say wait, but there's more. We'll do one more. We'll do others, because we
One
love you.
more chart.
We'll do one more chart. So this is the others excluding the top 10. Oh, sorry. This is the others excluding the top 10. So this is going to include your TitanX. This is going to include your Hyper. This is going to include all of your other favorite coins, including Pulse Chain. Now, one thing that I'm seeing on this chart is we had a little bit of a retracement. The market cap got up to 369 billion. Yo, check that out. It got up to about 369 billion.
It's perfect.
369 matrix confirm. So this thing came down. Dragonfly doji, bullish engulfing candle, came back down. Test that bottom. Dragonfly doji, bullish engulfing candle, came back up with the same pattern. So what this tells me is that's a double bottom potentially, and there's a good chance that this chart's bottom out, which means that these others is going to start doing its thing. Right now, the market maker is telling you shoulder, head, shoulder. So the market maker is trying to tell you that this is going to get slaughtered, but I do not believe that for 1 second. I just do not believe what the bullish news. And so what it's saying is it's going to basically come back down here to about 100 billion. That's what the market maker is telling you right now, but I do not believe them. So what are we looking for when it comes to the others' dominance? What I want to see this do is come up to about 250 billion, come back up, test this all-time high, and then come up and then blow past this and tell us that we're in altcoin season. So when we start breaking 500 billion in the others total market cap, that's when we're going to see the full-fledged part of altcoin season. Now, the other thing I want to look at, so when we came up, we touched 0.236. We had a little bit of retracement, came down. Actually, I'm going to go closer to the breakout. Yeah, right near the breakout. So we came up, came back down, hit the 0.8, tested out, came to 0.786, came up 0.236, went down, tried to come to 0.786, and it's coming back up. So overall, man, this thing's looking really, really good. If we can come up and test this local high right here, that'll form a beautiful cup and handle. And our breakout will come up here to our first target, about 700 billion. So good stuff, man. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on this?
That's just what I saw. It looked like it was forming a big cup and handle, and to me, that makes sense for about where we're at in the market, knowing that Bitcoin dominance has touched and that Tether's dropping, all of that good stuff, bro. So exciting to see that big freaking cup in there.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Dude, that's it for me today, man. That's it. I don't have too much more. I think we went over it. This was a lot of jam-packed live streams this week. So I felt like we got a lot of alpha out there, and excited to come back next week and see what these charts are telling us.
Yes, sir. And guys, before we wrap this up, please share this live stream out, retweet it, like it on YouTube, follow the Verse 369 account. And guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.